Hey, it's that time of year. It's time for these mock drafts. We're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna be covering 1 through 3. It's your boy. 1 through 3 rounds. Let me be specific. It's your boy Stevo speaks with Chicago Bears Central. Let's run it after this intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode on Chicago Bears Central. Is one of your hosts here, Stevo Speaks. And like I said in the beginning, we're going to be covering from round 1 through 3 for our Chicago Bears. Very early mock draft. Let me say that in the beginning. It's a very early mock drafts. The combine didn't even happen yet. So a lot of things can change. A lot of these players that I've picked and chosen this early, I will say I don't know if of any. I don't think some of them will be there after the combine, just because you know how they're already skyrocketing up the board, there, and then you know how the combine is. It tends to could go to another direction depending on how they happen. So yeah, we gonna get straight into it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow Shy Bear Central on all social media. If you want to leave a text message or a voicemail, 773-242-9336. That is the number if you want to leave a voice or a text message. But let's get straight into it. Now y'all already know I ain't playing no games with the first pick. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna give you two realistic surefire picks, and the third is kind of like my surprise. I don't know if it's gonna happen in if aggressive fairy tale land type of shit. So let's get straight into it with the first pick. With the 10th pick in the first round, the Chicago Bears select Will Campbell out of LSU. Now, Will Campbell is easily rated as the top tackle in this draft. Now I know the whole premise is that we don't know if he's going to be a tackle, but if you really look at it, it comes down to it. He has the measurables. The man is 6'6", 324, 21 years old, out of LSU, from Louisiana. Look here. He got the Jacobs Blocker Award, the consistent All American Award, two-time first team All SEC. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's been a freshman starter since he became in the thing. And like my boy Kev said on his, he is the, if not the first or one of the first linemen to get the seventh patch in LSU. Do your research when it comes to that seventh patch. That mean you one of the ones in LSU on the field. But when it comes down to it, he has everything that I want for a left tackle. He's nasty. He's light on his feet. His point of attack is great. Um, Most importantly, and my two favorite things about him, his hands, and not only his hands match his feet, his IQ. You can't trick this dude. This is a guy that he's seen a lot of stunts. He's seen a lot of bevy of attacks from edges. He's seen strong. He's seen fast. He's seen slender. He's seen bigger type of edges. He's seen them all, and his IQ is up there when it comes to some of the best left tackles in the business. So if we coming down to it, will he possibly be playing some guard here? Cool, he can. And with his mentality, he is easily my first tackle off the board if I'm making the decision for any team. I'm gonna get into why he's my number one. He's my number one because I like my left tackle to be a balanced left tackle. I like him to be able to pass, protect, and run block. That's something he's good at. When he's getting rushed, he's not moving. He that motherfucker play like, damn it, you gonna have to move me, and he ain't getting moved. And if he does get moved, his hands and his feet allow him to recover good enough, and he just don't get put in a lot of precarious positions and against these edges that he's going up against. He's playing at SEC. That means he's going against the best talent in the world, the best edges, the edges that he's going to see on Sunday. So I think coming in day one, drafting him at 10, he's our number one left tackle. I don't care if we want to do the Braxton thing and put him at left tackle and then put him at guard, so be it. But I'm not on that. But my second pick, if we don't make that decision, now before I started recording, it was Ahmad out of Missouri. He's the left tackle. I wouldn't even say he's a left tackle. He could play both. I seen a lot of reps when he played right tackle in Missouri, but he's a 6'3" lineman, 330 around that. But he's kind of like the how I would say he's just like just a little bit below Calvin Banks Jr. They're very similar in terms of their upside shows that if they're going to be elite at something, it's going to be run blocking. That motherfucker can run block. He can move for his size. And that's something that Ben Johnson likes to do with his tackles. His tackles got to be able to pull. You see him do that a lot with Panay Sewell, and I like that with it comes with it. Ahmad, he's able to play right tackle a lot. But the reason why I'm not putting him at 2 is because Kelvin just has the physical upside and he's just a better athlete. If you look up Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas, he's 6'4", 320, and that motherfucker don't move like it. It don't make sense. Like that man can really move for his size. I cannot lie to you. So realistically, I think this might be the pick that we end up at the end when it comes down to draft time. Realistically, I do think Will Campbell probably be out the board when it comes to 10. So Kelvin is probably a realistic option. And scheme wise, it probably makes most sense. I can see Ben Johnson really licking his chops for either Ahmad or Kelvin. But those are my realistic. And my third one, I'm gonna just flat out and say it. If somehow, some way, Mason Graham slides down to 10. If there is no if ands above, you drafting Mason Graham, and I'm I'm not even gonna break down why I'm picking Mason Graham. If you haven't, just sit down and watch him. He's the nastiest D tackle in this draft. I'm gonna put it plain and simple. Now let's get to the second pick. Now the second pick in our draft, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have the 39th pick, and then the second pick. I mean, the second round pick that we have is the 41st. Before we get to the third with the 72nd pick. So with my second pick, now this I'm telling you this right now. I don't think he's going to be I don't think he's a second round pick at all. But as of right now, a lot of people have him in the second round. With the second round with the 39th pick, I got the Bears picking Mike Green. Mike Green is easily I don't see how he's even with the season ending. I guess I understand it because he's an edge out of Marshall, which is not it's a D1 school, but it's not a top team, a top school that you will see a top edge come out of. But when you comes to the likes of Mike Green, the dude is literally everything he wants. He's 6'3", 260, but he has a first step that not too many people. It's what I call a Sunday first step. Now this motherfucker play like motherfucker, I bite you. Like this dude has a bevy of attacks, hand movement, spins, bum rush. Now the problem that we might run into that will be shaky a little bit that he is running in the 3-4 system, so he's used to not putting his hand in the dirt. But the thing is, I've have seen him put his hand in the dirt and do some shit. And when it comes to the type of athlete he really is, like I don't. I think getting him put his hand in the dirt and he can adjust off of it. Honestly, I think at the first few games in the season he might it might be a little weird, but as he goes along, I don't know. I think he'll figure it out. But Mike Green is definitely the guy that I think if he's available in the second round at 339, it's not even a fucking question. It's not a fucking question. Now, my second pick in that second round, I'll have to say it will be Presley. How I'm gonna try to say Amina Malalini. Alina. I butchered it, but it's Presley out of Ole Miss. He's a 6'4", 260 edge. He's kind of similar to a Mike Green size wise, but he's one of the other guys where I got he got a Sunday first step. It's a first step that it's hard to stay in front of. Now some of the downsides I will say if somebody's able to get his hands on him, he tends he ain't he kind of it's kind of difficult for him to break his sheds, and it's a little slow. And so he's not really a big impact player when it comes into the run defense. But hopefully, if we get Billings back, we ain't got to worry about that. But Presley really impressed me. And he's possibly another person that might fly up the boards. But as of now, I think he's on my most realistic. If Mike Green's not there, Presley will be there, and I think that should be another trenches added pick piece that we should add and put him opposite side of Montez Sweat that can take some pressure off Montez Sweat. I think Presley can do that. Um, and that's really my two picks. I didn't really have a I would say my special pick for the second round is a running back. I don't really I see the thing with the second round, I don't really know what running back is gonna be there. I mean I do, but I don't want to really say it because it kind of goes in with my third round pick. So let's get to the third round pick. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead. The second pick, the second round, the second pick in the second round, the 40 first pick. I just plain and simple. I'm gonna keep it plain and honest. I think Donovan Jackson out of OS out of Ohio State. Yes, I said it. Even though I don't like him, he's a 6'4", 260 guard. He's a guard that I think he's a perfect replacement for Nate Davis. He's very similar to Nate Davis or the good years of Nate Davis, I should say. Good feet, physical, run block. He could do good with run block. He's also pretty decent in pass, a champion in college. So I think we should flat out, if Donovan Jackson is there at the second pick, that's the guy that we should go with. And then the final pick we're gonna do today in the third round, Cam Skattebo. If he's there at the second, the 72nd. Ooh, I was getting a tongue twisted. The 72nd pick. I think we should get Cam Skattebo. Now I know a lot of people's been talking about Jug Ayers, Ashton Gentry, this, that, and the third. That last game from Cam Skattebo showed me everything I need to know about this dude. That dude is a Chicago Bear. That's a Chicago Bears running back. He has the mentality. He wants to win. He's gonna do everything he can do. He's physical out the run. He's hard to bring down. He has great vision. He hits the holes. Most importantly, he can catch the ball. He's literally David Montgomery, but can catch the ball. I feel like if he's there at that third round, 72nd pick, that's our guy. That's our guy. And there you have it. Those are my picks. For our 1 through 3. I'm sure we're going as we go on, we're gonna go through the whole draft. But yeah, that's my picks. But most importantly, let me know down in the comments what you think about my picks. And most importantly, I want to hear what you have in y'all picks because y'all be giving me some good ideas. I know Jay Capone and them be sending me, hey, dude, go check this guy out, or what you think about this. So I want to hear it from y'all as well. Like I said, I'm gonna repeat it again. If you want to leave a voicemail, 773-242-9336. Shy Bear Central on social media, all the possible all platforms. Make sure you follow us on NBA Central, Chicago Bears Central, White Sox Cubs Central, and Chicago Bulls Central with Hayes, Shy Bull Podcast with the Cognac Boys as well. We get it cracking on there. But it's been real. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.